Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome to Itorah. Itorah? I'm not entirely sure on the pronunciation, but it's made by Grimbart Tales and Grim. It's Grim, Grimbart. So it's got to be Grimbart or something like that. And
Assemble?
Published by Assemble Entertainment, and they were kind enough to reach out and ask to sponsor this video, but they're also getting it, I guess, featured bonus on stream just because. So this is a platformer. I don't usually do a whole lot of platformers, but this one is drop dead gorgeous, so I had to. I've been following the developers for this since, I think they announced it at Gamescom this year. At least that's when I first heard about them. So heal, pause, attack, sprints, it should work. I think it's loading.
They have a whole button dedicated to heal.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, many do.
Oh, look, all the fuzzies.
Okay, I might have to turn this up a little bit. This is actually a game that's a proper volume. What the heck? When does that happen? I mean, who knows? It might actually get a lot louder as we go along. But I love these hand-painted characters in these environments. Like, it's gorgeous. You're telling me there's a connection.
Apparently. It was the plague itself that assaulted us after all.
I should probably mention that this launched us kind of in the middle of the game. So
oh, really?
We might,
it did?
Yeah, we might not get the whole context. It's just supposed to be a nice vertical slice. You know, once you've played a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like this is a village of some kind of lemur beast people. And look at that beautifully carved tree. I don't know if the tree actually talks or if it's just a carving of some kind of forest goddess or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Notice the lemur beast people, though. They've got hand tails. Like a little, like, clawed fingers at the end.
Oh, except that guy on the far right just looks like he's wearing a skin of...
Sort of,
like
but he's got maybe
skin.
a tail and the feet?
But he doesn't have the hand tail.
You're right.
Like the other ones do.
Huh, I don't know.
Or the ears.
Hey, friends. I just finished a retelling of our grand adventure.
Do you think she mentioned the utter destruction of the ruins?
Wait, the staff talks.
Apparently so. Ahoy! Did you blow anything up?
Not really. The plague creature tore the place apart and squished itself. I just gave it a little nudge.
That's a relief. But the plague creeps closer still. Undoubtedly, you've seen it. I fear that the plague spread out from the World Tree. If this is true, then the entire forest is in unfathomable danger.
And you want this scientific genius.
And this terrific warrior.
To head there and investigate?
Obviously not. I should
You accidentally clicked.
Well, I was trying to progress the dialogue and apparently it buffered it. For an audience with the Guardian of the World Tree. But I have to take care of the village first and foremost. What's the issue then? We'll get your crazy sister there, no problem. Ahui seems to trust you. I have no choice but to accept your offer. Seek out Dahlia, the Guardian of the World Tree. She tends to the realm surrounding it, the Green Abyss. A being like her surely knows how to handle the plague. I should head there myself, was the text. Thank you.
Oh, brother.
You know that you can count on us.
And sister, please. For Nahucan's sake. No more bombs. You're about to tread sacred ground.
My conscience is clear.
I love the visual, like, the characters are really
animations.
well made, and yeah, animations.
So is the main character, is she going to be a voiceless one or
I think so, yes. I think we're silent, and
Silent
we've got
protagonist.
kind of the... I'm not necessarily going to talk to everybody, but I'm going to look at all of them. Okay, I might talk to this guy.
Oh wait, why do they have so many options? You know how there's X, Y.
Yeah,
B.
I think maybe different characters have different things that you can do with them. You know, maybe like trade or whatever. Hey girl, where are you running with that axe in your hand? Yeah, not a whole lot to say. The wind is blowing.
Oh, sorry. I just heard like a hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't know what it was going to be. The environments are really pretty.
Really pretty. Sedalia, isn't she like in every tree? I don't know. I'm just gonna go this way. Yeah, the floof is real. Dude, yeah. Getting some indivisible vibes. I think it plays completely differently, but I can see the production grade and the background work. But, I don't know. I think I'm gonna like this more. Purely, oh gosh, I have like 4,000 of something. I've got a big axe too. 4,001! I'm rich. I'm rich!
You know, I almost wish we were zoomed in a little more. Because we can barely see the critters.
Is there a way I can do that? Well, there's a way I can sprint.
I think there was something with the camera with the sticks, but I don't know.
Oops. Well, I healed.
Oh, do you take the life essence from things that you've slain?
Yeah, maybe. Either that or it recharges occasionally. East. Chimali. I don't know. I think I might actually just recover it. Yeah, at bonfires.
I'm happy Ahui isn't traveling alone anymore. She likes to shake things up, in a literal sense.
I'm so glad that these characters just have a little bit to say. I might actually want to talk to them in that case. Mm-hmm. Normally, whenever I play games and there's like an NPC to talk to,
This has a very Mayan, Aztec, Inca feel to it.
Yeah. I think that's intentional. I think that was part of the marketing for this game.
Mm-hmm.
That they specifically were going for that kind of visual design. I think it works really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess to be honest, like, there's so many cultures of the world to potentially use as inspiration.
Yeah, it's always sad that whenever you see fantasy, it's almost always the kind of medieval fantasy.
Yeah. Or, I mean, there's a lot of Japanese, to be fair. Gosh, yeah, what other cultures are represented most often? Not much, really. Which is kind of a shame, because, like, there's so much. There's so many different cultures and aesthetics, like, that are barely touched. I'd love to see more, like, I mean, South American for sure. I'm back here. Looks like most of the enemies kind of just don't care about my existence. I'm just here to murder. But I think we're just trying to get to a place. Nope, cannot go that direction.
Yep.
Oh, I have a limited amount of stamina. Now, aha, there's a map. Map, inventory, so money, feather.
Wait, what's a petrified echo?
Fossilized echo of unknown age, a little more than a trinket unless you're a very eccentric collector, so it's effectively cash. Pale feather, an unassuming feather that's warm to the touch as if alive. The denizens of Nahucan value these as charms for good health. They might increase stats or something like that. Love to see games based on Caribbean mythology. I just love to see more games based on other myths. Or, I mean, honestly, just pushing new, like, non-Earth myth, too. Because, like...
There's probably always going to be some kind of aesthetic influence, but it'd be good if it's bits and pieces and not just replicating.
Yeah. But it's always a little tragic. Oh.
The creature designs so far have been really fun.
Ow.
This one looks like it's just a wasp creature that's holding the nest and sending more units out from it.
There we go. I don't know if I can air combo.
Ah, yep.
There we go. Okay, I'm digging this new controller.
I wonder when leaping like that became really popular.
Platforming? Oof.
Well, I'm just trying to think it from the perspective of how often can people do that? Can people really wall jump?
To that extent, maybe like on American Ninja Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
More money.
I'd be interested in knowing how many times one could do that before starting to slide and fall.
I mean, I think it depends on what kind of surface you're dealing with and, like, what kind of shape you're in and a bunch of other things. I'm noticing a lot of these enemies just do contact damage.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how damage was even handled. Oh, sick. Zoom. Hello.
Ooh.
Absorb.
But that doesn't look good. It looks like shadows.
Get in my belly! Yum!
Or is that the nightmare? Or something?
Hey, double jump.
Because it looks like a dream catcher.
It does look kind of Dreamcatcher-ish. Oh, I have to do that.
Yeah, because it
Damn.
looks like a dream catcher that's captured a crystal of evil energy.
Huh.
I don't want to say evil energy because I love purple. Purple is my favorite color. But more often than not, when you have something purple with, you know, black and miasma around it, you go, well, that's probably
Aha.
something vile.
I'm a platforming wizard.
I love the environment.
It's so pretty.
Look at all of the foliage.
Yeah, it's so good. There have been, I mean, platformers are probably the most tried and true genre, but I feel like very few of them really get this level of visual acuity.
Yeah, look at the depth of the background and
Yeah, the nice parallax. I like the silhouette in the back. I think that might be a scene or a seam in the background, that like dark space.
unless there's a tower.
It could be a tower or
Or a
tree,
giant
but I think that
tree.
might be a seam. Not that it matters, but I love the fact that it goes from like these really hand painted to to blurry but hand painted, but like vague detail to silhouette to just
And then,
like
you know, some
pure
moving
shape.
foliage, the stretch and skew foliage in the front,
Yeah,
down to the right, and then you have various layers of canopy.
Yeah.
And even then, up close, you have silhouetted canopy and grass.
Oh, here's a question. Oh, that's a lovely. There we go. I'm gonna bop some of these things around a little bit. There we go. Now I can hear more of the music. I might want to actually turn that down a smidge. Because I think I hear things quieter. Or did I turn down my headphones? I did. That would explain why I can't hear anything today. And why I've been fine-tuning it.
that's
Whoopsie.
it.
But yeah, tons of parallax layers. It looks so good. For people that do not know what parallax is, by the way, parallax is when you're running through like a 2D game. I mean, it's not necessarily 2D, but you notice how the foreground moves faster than the ground that the player is moving on. So the grass like right in front of me, that's going to hit the left side of the screen faster than the ground that I'm running on. And then the stuff in the background moves slower. That's parallax. And so it gives you an illusion of, oh, I see, this thing already spit out all of its babies. The fool.
It gives you the feeling of a camera being in a three-dimensional environment.
Yeah, even though it's like a fully 2D game. And
This music has some beat.
yeah, it's good.
Or groove, I should say.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, man.
Actually, I think I wanted to go down. Ah.
Did you take some damage there, or... Oh, that's interesting. It hooks right into the axe.
Oh. Oh. Shoot. Oh, yeah, it does. Ah. Aha. I got it.
This better be worth it.
Money. It was not, let me tell you. Ow, 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 ow. It's okay. I'm sure there will be a fire sometime soon. Healing doesn't look that...
So you just have to be swift enough before the arrows
before
can
the arrows
react.
hit you. Actually, let me double check. Nope, there's no secret over there.
So are we going to be able to see the tree?
I think so. I mean, usually these demos give you about half an hour to an hour's worth of content. Some of them have been really generous today. Which is nice, but I think I will always be a...
So that's some kind of jumping rat?
Yeah, it just jumps on you.
Do you even need to defeat it to leave this area?
No, I don't, but at this point it's hit me more than like any other monster. So, I feel like I need to kill it. Mostly for posterity's sake. Okay. I wonder if I can do... Yeah, that's how I get it. I love those, like, weird mask beetles.
Yeah. It seems as though they've just made a stone mask their home.
Yeah. Or
Almost
it's just
like a
built
hermit
into
crab.
them Skulltula style.
Mm-hmm. You mean the Skulltulas, right?
Were they not Skulltulas?
I'll have to look it up.
Because I always thought they were Skulltulas, but I also thought prestige feats were prestige feats. And my dad thought labyrinth was labyrinth, so like, heck if I know. And shoot. Over the last year, I've found myself Googling a lot more medicine names to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Skulltula. Oh, so there's no A in there. I think I just added it. My brother and I did the same thing with Ocarina of Time. We thought it was Arena of Time. Oh, there's no down attack. Ah, it's unfortunate. No, I don't have anything. Was there a dodge roll? Oh yeah, there is. I love the, like, the points where it goes backwards. That's such a neat, auditory effect.
I'm just really enjoying the music.
Yeah. I am going to get killed by...
By little jumping rats.
Yeah. But I'm just having weird troubles hitting. I think I'm just gonna roll through them.
It's interesting. They're wearing stuff. You would almost assume in that case that they're capable of crafting and things of that nature.
Ocarina of Time would be a great set D&D setting. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Wait, Ocarina?
Yeah. Oh no, that's it. That's my time loop story.
What?
It's like a mini campaign or something. The players have been kidnapped or like sent to the Ocarina of Time. And so you think it's a pun. No, it's quite literal. It is literally an arena for orcs to fight in and watch and enjoy, but it's a time loop.
Ocarina.
Yeah.
With a E.
Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah.
Funny.
God, that would be such a funny campaign. And, you know, just from the idea of just like, you know, haha, what's this going to be, a pun? And I'm like, no, it's not a pun, it's a real thing. Orcs have figured out time magic and you're stuck in it.
Ooh.
Orca Arena of Time would be an underwater ballet musical rhythm game.
Ooh, I like the plants in this area.
Please die. Oh, well, I'm down here now. I'm not actually sure where I want to be going.
It looks like up to the left might not lead anywhere, but you can check.
Well, that felt like overkill.
I mean,
Ow.
will that be able to indefinitely spew out little
I think
ones?
so. It is procreating in it.
And the little ones don't even grant you anything.
Nope. So far, fighting stuff has been mostly moot. I'm just doing it. There is... Yep.
Oh, look at all those thorns. Don't touch
Ooh.
that side.
Yeah. Seriously. Ow. What else while we do a charge hit that's like super good?
Oh, it's
Oh, come
holding a
back.
weird skull.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, the jaw opens up and a little bug comes out.
Ah. Freaky.
But the skull still looks like it could have been made out of wasp material or earth.
There we go. A skull filled with bug nest. Yeah, I don't know. There's something really metal about that. You know, the idea of this...
I mean, animals would probably appreciate hollowed out spaces to build nests.
I love this animation. It good. Ow. Ow. I've got you now, bug fiend. Angry crouch poke. I love it. Okay.
It's interesting. I'm surprised that the... Wait, you can't open the chest?
I think it did.
Did you?
Yeah, I just hit it open and it just had money in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the axe doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you just said things occasionally. Just,
might-
like, started talking to you. Ooh,
If it
gosh.
was about lore of the area or something of that nature. Now, what are these? Are they coming out of this flower?
Yeah.
At which point they might be endless as well.
Yeah, I think they're just a hazard.
Oh, but if they reach the ground, they take root and become one of those spike bulbs. See?
Only temporarily. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you notice, not all of them have items in it. Many of them just have money.
Those poor little bugs, when they explode, their eyes expand.
It doesn't look like a very happy process, to be honest.
I mean, no.
Where the heck
No,
am I
death
going?
wouldn't be
Oh, there's a
any-
death pit there, so I don't want to go down. Eh.
Yeah,
Eh.
you have the high ground.
I have the high ground. It's over, bug. I'd warn you about having the high ground, but I don't think you even... What if there's any bugs that actually, like, use tactics?
Ants do.
Yeah, I guess they would.
Yeah, ants definitely use tactics in their battles.
I guess bees kind of do too. You know, for certain creatures, if their hive gets invaded, they just surround it and then vibrate it to death because they have no other way of killing it.
Oh, you're talking about the bees that are specifically... They've evolved in such a way that they've developed that technique to boil the insides of those bee-killing wasps.
Yeah.
So they use their sheer numbers to, yeah, boil them to death. Very interesting. I mean, other animals that use tactics would probably be any kind of pride or pack animal.
Yeah.
And porpoises and things of that nature where
True.
they hunt in groups and need to find methods and means to funnel prey animals into a particular area or select weakened targets and things of that nature.
I'm mostly thinking about bugs, though. Because bugs seem, you know, it's not like lobsters would ever use tactics. But, like, would stag beetles, like, two stag beetles facing off, would any of them have any level of tactical acuity?
Well, okay, so I watched a documentary about this particular type of beetle where the beetles will climb to the top of these trees and the
Whoa.
male... Oh, wow, these ones are advanced and they have one glowing evil eye. And
I'm
it looks
so
like
glad my upper swing protects me.
They have cyclopean skulls, too, in their hands.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the really tacky thing of just stand here and swing up.
Well,
And,
eventually you have to go for the...
well, here's the thing.
There you go. So what I was going to say is that these beetles are supposed to climb up to the trees, and the females, I think, will actually wait up there to see what males will be able to make it up to them. And the males, all the while, will pick up
Those
their...
two bees are just freaking out.
Yeah, they
I don't
are.
want to go
Next
for
to-
them. This is dangerous. Ah!
I don't know if they have collision with each other. Is that what it is? But the male beetles will fling each other off the tree, and somehow they survive falling all the way to the forest floor. But these are
This got really loud.
immensely tall trees. In any case, the thing is, when the winning male, I suppose, reaches the female and, you know, they mate or whatnot, sometimes the really... the pathetic males will accidentally fling their mate down to the floor as well, because it's just in their nature to do that. And you go, Come on. And it was hilarious watching the documentary, and they have the British narrator go, "Oh, and looks like he threw her too." And it just shows the beetle in slow-mo bouncing off the forest floor. What?
The beetles aren't there to procreate, the beetles are there to wrestle. The procreation is just an accidental side effect. An unappreciated accidental side effect. Beetle only knows fight.
Beetle only knows fight.
Procreation is for the weak. This is Yeet Street.
I mean, the sad thing is, if feasibly the female also perishes, then what was the point of climbing the tree at all?
Yeet.
Yeet. What?
The beetle was there to chuck, and boy, it got chuck. I don't care about Bappy. I don't care about eggs. Don't care about any of that stuff. It just wants to chuck. Procreation in the streets, eating the sheets. We have gone to weird places with this. Ow!
This is what chat's suggesting.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I love it. I'd apologize to the developers, but they put us on this topic with the weird bugs.
The bugs. I mean, and I think these beetles were rainforest beetles, so it makes sense.
Chuck chucked his luck. Oh.
But I just thought it was hilarious.
Some cuttlefish will impersonate females to sneak in and mate while the big males don't pay attention while fighting above the female.
Oh yeah, and some they're actually one of the most intriguing. I don't really know if I would call it societies or social structures. Involve these lizards that live in this desert. Oh hey, hey!
This structure must be Dahlia's sanctum.
Still looks like part of the forest to me. Let us take the lead.
Watch out for any security measures.
Right, because any forest temple has to have traps.
Trap! No, it doesn't work as well. Trying to go with free-ish, but it isn't working. I just realized the freaking axe is talking.
It has a mustache.
Yeah, it's got a mustache and everything. There's something really charming about watching developers try and get around silent protagonists in video games.
With sidekick weapons, mascots, spirits. We need to just make a long list of what are the sidekick characters in games with silent protagonists.
Yeah. Ranking silent protagonists by their translation companion.
Cradle of the World Tree.
There needs to be an RPG where the protagonist is not silent, but everyone ignores them because they're supposed to be silent. Oh my god, that would be amazing. You know, the protagonist is trying so hard to communicate and nobody will even give a dang about what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see a game with a voice protagonist in a world where no one can talk. Oh. Huh.
Oh, the opposite? That would probably be something called The Voiceless. And...
Whoa, hey, bouncy.
Ooh, yeah. So what was I saying about the lizards before? All right, kind of along those lines with the cuttlefish. There's actually a variety of lizard where there will be female lizards, and then there will be two varieties of male lizard. And they're actually different colors.
Yeah,
too.
I heard about this.
Right, and there's the ones that are big and beefy, and they're able to hold their turf and ward off other males. And then there are the super sneaky males. And the interesting thing is, the females, yeah, sure, they like the protection of the big beefy males, but they actually prefer the sly, sneaky males more. And so it's just a weird battle betwixt them. At which point you wonder, you know, why are there these two separate morphologies for males? I don't know.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's good.
Maybe it's because I was going to say provide different benefits to their... I don't know, but I can't really think of it.
It's a bizarre form of natural selection.
Mm-hmm.
Where effectively two different breeds of lizards have kind of found their niche.
Mm-hmm.
And then still remained like genetically viable. Because the males you end up selecting for sneaky traits or strong traits and pushing both of those without like one necessarily winning out over others.
And I suppose the problem would be is if you had too many of the strong territorial males, they wouldn't actually be able to have much time to attend to every single female in their harem, or what would you call them? Like their group? I don't want to say collection, that's kind of weird. What would you call a group of mates for a singular animal?
I mean, harem or reverse harem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I feel the need to fight these things. Oh.
Ah!
Good time to heal. Pack, brood. Brood is more of the
A brood is for
offspring.
offspring, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
But
Huh.
they are very peculiar
Apparently
creatures.
they made the silent protagonist joke in Destiny 2 where your guardian looks like they're about to speak finally during a cutscene and your ghost just cuts them off. That's amusing. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Ooh, spider.
Bad spider.
They also have the mask motif.
It's true. I think most enemies in this game are. There we go.
I remember when I was young, I had played Mist Revelation, and there were these spirits with these faces, and they were,
Shoot.
you know, they were flames, they were
Ow.
water fountains. Spouts? I don't know what you'd say in regards to water. Maybe they were in bubbles, or
I have
I don't
no
know.
idea if this is the right direction or not, but I hope it is because I don't have enough HP to do more of that.
But I remember being fixated on that, and also probably way back with the Pocahontas film and such, having faces in trees and things. And I remember thinking to myself, what if every plant and object and thing had a face? How creepy would that be? Can you imagine being watched at all times? Oh no.
Oh gosh, that was a creepy... Okay, continue from last checkpoint. This might hurt a bit.
Mm-hmm.
This platforming is not actually very easy, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
There's a light novel based around the main character. Oh no. Oh no.
How far back are you?
Whole dungeon.
Oh.
But yeah, there's a light novel based on the character being able to only talk to monsters. And so he doesn't really learn how to speak human and speaks with written word, more or less. Yeah, I read that one. It's interesting. Got a little weird, though.
So yeah, you have to be pretty accurate with these considering
Very.
how small they are.
And some amount of it is like momentum bases, which is what killed me on that one.
Oh, so it actually is really flinging you forward and you need to know where to land.
Sort of. So for this one, if you notice, they're really close together, so I can just kind of smoothly hop between them and use my double jump to kind of maintain and try and be more precise. However, that last area where I died, I think I needed to I think I need to do that at a full tilt sprint and not miss any jump. Because you maintain your momentum when you hit the...
No.
You maintain your momentum when you hit all of these. And, let me tell you, not the easiest. Huh. Oh, no!
Oh, no. And that was from the menu?
Yeah, I closed out of the menu and it threw me in a dodge roll. I'm not very good at platforming. Like, I can do Mega Man platforming, which is usually not particularly intense. But,
Ow, that explodes.
But I have a lot of trouble with, anything harder than that. And admittedly, like, there's a decent chunk of Mega Man platforming that I couldn't even do. It's part of the reason why I've only ever beaten Mega Man X, and never any of the other ones. I'm also noticing, like, a little bit of chop on the camera, which
it kind of shears
making
a
it
little bit.
tougher. I think that's something that's going to get polished out by the time this game comes out, but yeah. If there was, like, V-Sync or something I could flip on, that might help. Yeah, unfortunately, I was expecting a little bit more of, like, an action platformer.
Oh, you just went right through all those spikes.
At least most things don't actually do a whole lot of damage here. Which is good, because I think I'd be having so much more trouble if they did. I wish getting those crystals would actually recharge my... Nope, damn it.
Almost.
There we go, got it.
Yay.
Except for we haven't even hit the hard bits. There might have been a campfire around here that I've missed along the way, though.
Oh yeah, because there's the spiders.
Well, at least I don't take falling damage.
So can they only immediately attack what's underneath them? It seems as though that's what their pincers do.
Yeah. So as long as I don't send myself careening into them.
There you go.
And they don't have a whole lot of HP. There we go. This looks fun to me, just a thumb breaker. You know, normally I actually have a lot of trouble with platforming in these games. This is not bad. Nope. At least as far as, like, hand hurting. It's floatier, kind of. I don't know how to describe it. There's some where it requires, like, a constant mash of inputs. Oop.
Oh.
Ow.
And
Into a bug.
right into a bug. Oh.
All right. Well, unfortunately, on the topic of thumb busters, the one thing is sustained thumb busting is actually destroying me a little bit. It's actually less the thumbs aching and more of the pad on my thumb. I usually press like the jump button with the crease on my thumb. That's actually becoming a bit of a problem. That, you know, I can only, you know, hit the button so hard so many times before it actually does start hurting. This is a platform. This is way more of a platformer than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting a little bit more action, a little bit less precision platforming, and so on and so forth. A couple more checkpoints might help, especially in the middle of the dungeon. I feel a bit bad that I can't clear it, but I did not grow up with this level of platforming.
I would have liked to have seen Dahlia, but
I know,
nah.
but it hurts to get sent back every single time. I don't know. Death bits are hard to work with a lot of games because it's just like, yeah, how do you work with that? And I mean, I think even just resetting progress, how far do you send a player back? But I get the distinct feeling, just judging by the map and how it's been built so far. Hopefully, a lot of this is just kind of placeholder and like vertical slice of like what it will look like in the main game, as opposed to the full experience. But we will see. But I think truly this is going to be a game for people that want a solid platformer experience. You know, with tight jumping, maybe not like full precision platformer play, but actually, you know, putting some serious effort into getting the jumps right and clearing a bunch of gaps and so on and so forth, as opposed to more of a focus on the combat system. But I don't know. Maybe the later levels or even just the full version is going to have more of the combat.
And the thing is, I
brought
noticed
back in.
back there, the first time you jumped with the flowers, there was actually ground beneath and you could
Yes.
feasibly jump back
Yeah,
up
so
again.
it's slight tutorialization to tell you, like, hey, this is how this works, but within a safe environment where it's not going to get you. Whereas immediately, you know, same thing with the vines, immediately then says, like, yeah, but we're taking the ground away. You know, this is going to get harder. I think it's actually a really good idea from, like, a game design and
But I feel like it's a little too punishing in that, yeah, there is no checkpoint. Also, you are getting some of that screen
I
sharing.
feel like I'm starting to overcareen, and so I correct, and my momentum back is bad. It's mostly just a matter of... Ow, I was hoping to roll onto that. Mostly a matter of just me not being great at this sort of thing. As opposed to anything else. But I gotta say, though, going back to major positives... Loving the soundtrack for this, but even more so loving the art. Like, those two are huge. And so if they can refine the gameplay further, and, you know, add some more enemy variety, maybe, honestly, I would say...
And were there different difficulty levels for this?
No,
Or no,
not currently. But I would say, like, one of the easiest ways to do it, at least in my mind, would be... well, I mean, one thing I think that would also help a lot would actually be... making it so killing enemies refills your healing gauge. That could be either default
because
or an option.
You've only been getting money this
Yeah.
entire time?
Yeah. So the little point things.
Yeah, how do you get back health aside from... what? No, you do have that purple energy that you
Yeah,
consume, right?
that only comes back when I visit a campfire.
Oh, I see.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a bounce pad on the bottom. Yeah, so I have one heal per bonfire. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and there was a little bit of shearing there, but...
Yeah, it
you
happens
got
whenever
through.
the camera starts moving. Some games just have the protagonist locked in the center. Other games don't. It's kind of a personal preference thing. I think it works, but you have to make sure that it's totally smooth movement. Otherwise, it throws off player movement. But I mean, this is a demo of a not complete game, so it's kind of hard to judge it now. But I can judge it based on, like, somewhat what's here. I'm still saying I like this art. I
I don't know how you're going to do this room because
So
those bugs are moving around and you will bop into them. Or step
Oh,
on them.
gosh.
And the mother is up there.
I was
I think-
wondering about that.
I think you have to find a way around.
I mean, I can just do that. I just want to see if there's anything on the right side. Was part of the reason why I did that. Because, who knows, maybe there was a checkpoint on that side. And the answer was no. Anyway, this seems like the kind of game that people that enjoy the Path of Pain in Hollow Knight would like. This room. Well, at least I got back to it with some health. Oh. And I screwed
That was the
myself by doing
shearing.
it. Yep.
Aww.
Yeah. Nah, and that's all my death. Alright. Anyway, with that, I cannot play anymore. I'm going to destroy my hand if I do. But it was fun. It's definitely a Path of Pain, but there is a market for that. There aren't a whole lot of, like, really, really difficult platformers out there that look this good.
That's a beautiful one. I like the character design and...
It seemed like it had kind of an interesting story inspired by a culture that is wildly different from our own. Or not from our own, from what's standard in games, and also from our own. You know, I don't really see this represented that often, and I really like the idea of it. But it's destroying my hands. So, before we go, quick thing. Itorah is available for download on Steam as part of the Steam Next Fest. So if you're interested in trying this out and getting farther than me with your elite thumbs and superior platforming skills, you are more than welcome to. Show me up, because I'm just not very good at platformers. But is what it is. So yeah, if you guys want to try this out, it's available for the next couple of days, and maybe even a little longer. Sometimes the demos stick around on the Steam Next Fest. But with that, before we go, thank you once again to, it was Grimbart Tales. Thank you, Grimbart Tales and Assemble Entertainment for sending this on and sponsoring this video. But with that, let's move on to the next.